The Mad City map is full of secrets that we've just been walking straight past, but today I'll be climbing mountains, swimming oceans, and walking through walls to show you everything you've missed since the update came out. I actually found some pretty cool things, so make sure to watch to the end. Enjoy! So, the first thing I want to show you guys today is a secret gravestone which was very well hidden in the map. To find it, just come over to the dam near the prison and dive down below the water where you'll find a small entrance. All you need to do from there is follow the path until you make it into this little area here. Once you get in, you'll find a gravestone with a boombox beside it marked "Rest in Peace, Joe." Now, this next secret is for anyone who played the game in Chapter 1 who may remember that there was a secret cookie room near the volcano. It was rumored that whoever found it would get free admin, but it turned out not to be true. But the cookie room was brought with us into Chapter 2 so we can still enjoy it. The way into the brand new cookie room is just behind the Big Mad City sign. If you look just behind the letter C, then you should find a small hole. Once you've squeezed into there, just make your way through the tunnel until you reach the cookie room. Once you're in there, you'll see why it's called the cookie room. Alright, I really hate myself for saying this, but the next secret you'll find in Mad City is an Among Us reference. Yeah. You can find this by making your way over to the island with the lighthouse. After that, just run around to the back of the lighthouse and you'll see this little image here just on the wall, which is part of the Among Us avatar. I'm not gonna lie, when I first saw this, I died inside a little bit more. If you're an OG to Mad City, then you'll 100% remember this next secret. For context, all the way back in 2019, during Season 1 of Mad City, there was a pirate ship that had washed up on a nearby island in the game. The ship contained a treasure chest, but you needed a special key to unlock it. Once you obtained the key and opened up the treasure chest, you get an exclusive power called the Dutchman. This allowed you to fly around and create explosions nearby. Shortly after, this power was removed, only to come back in Season 4 with the creation of the villains team. Now, if you go swimming near the edge of the map, you'll find a sunken pirate ship on the ocean floor, which is exactly the same as the one found in the Season 1 event. This next secret's actually quite easy to find. Just next to the prison, you'll find a mountain. If you drive up to the top of it, you'll find a small abandoned shack there. And if you look closely, then you'll notice that the names of the developers have all been put on the door. To be honest, I'm not quite sure what this means. It could just be a little Easter egg that the devs added for fun, or it could be lore. Who knows? Next up is a little secret that you can find in the jewelry store, and it's where you would least expect it to be. If you go into the back area of the jewelry store, you'll need to pull this lever here to get up onto the next conveyor belt. Then, you need to run in the opposite direction to where it's pushing you. Once you've made it through here, you'll find a very small room with a message on the wall saying, "Please @Famed Chris on Twitter and tell him to stop watching One Piece," from Gemini. In case you don't understand, Famed Chris is one of the developers for Mad City, and I'm guessing by this sign is a big fan of the anime One Piece. This is also accompanied by a small straw hat worn by the main character of the show. Now, this next secret is something that's been hiding in plain sight and is just at the casino. If you get into any kind of air vehicle and fly up to the top of the building, then you'll see a room on the top floor. This is similar to the old casino that was around at the very beginning of Mad City, which you had to go into to escape the casino heist. However, there's no way of getting into there now that I know of, but I think this may be part of a future update as an alternative option for escaping the heist. The last secret is something that I actually like a lot, and you can find it all around the map. You may have noticed this in several locations, but if you have a look around, you'll actually find little shoulder power versions of each of the developers in different locations around the map. You can find these near the jewelry store, the side of the casino, and in the airport. Anyway, that's all the secrets I could find in Mad City. If I missed any, then just let me know down below in the comments, and I may include it in a future video. Also, since you've stuck around this long, then please consider subscribing if you haven't already. I try to upload at least once per week, and it would be super helpful. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!